Okay, where has this booking been like the past month? So we'll begin with some of the fun stuff. Mixed match challenge match. Finals. If you thought it would have been Jinder Mahal versus Fabulous Truth, people would have thought you were crazy. But they were the only ones to not have other matches. Although not a bad match. They did the dance break. The Singh brothers got involved in the dance break. Fabulous Truth won. For their all expense paid trip, they're going to go to the WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut. Kind of weird. But they are your number 30 entrants for the Royal Rumble. Okay, that's not bad. That works. We go from that tag match to the triple threat tag match. Again, Bar, Usos, New Day. They're great in any combination. They're pretty much your 3 top tag teams right now in the WWE. Said the Revival's not on that list, but they're not used for anything. With the Bar retaining. Again, solid match. Those put on great matches. There's nothing wrong with it. Weird seeing the 2 tag matches back to back, but anyways, not bad. Now we go into Baron Corbin in his TLC versus Braun Strowman. Strowman's still injured, can't quite work, but they found a way around that. Well, TLC is no DQ. So everyone that Corbin is kind of pissed off the past couple of weeks shows up with chairs. They then beat him down with chairs. Hit a bunch of finishers on him. So we're talking Apollo Crews, Heath Slater, who's also the ref. Great amount of continuity there. Finn Balor, Gable, and Rude. Corbin tries to run away. Angle comes down. Angle gets him too. Heath puts the vest back on. Alright, Braun, heal up. You've got a Royal Rumble match. You're taking on Lesnar. Cool. That also means, too, then that tomorrow we're going to have a new GM. Which is fine. Vince is going to be the ratings. Vince always pops ratings. The person who runs the show, who makes the show kind of unwatchable sometimes, also pops the crowd and gets people to tune in. I have heard that Raw might be doing a reset just to kind of help mellow things out. This could be it. Because you're going to notice a lot of very specific booking. Ruby Riott versus Natalya in a tables match. I like the use of the Riott Squad to go through other tables. It allows them to do enough other table spots that it worked well. Ruby Riott had her Anvil Neidhart table, where Natalya brought out a Ruby Riott table. And I was like, okay, well, how are they going to put them through a table? Ruby Riott does a kick to the face. Natalya is a sharpshooter, neither one of which are great for putting your opponent through a table. Then I see that table in the corner. I'm like, okay, you can run somebody through it, it's fine. It's Ruby Riott's table. Now they're in the corner. I'm like, okay, what are we going to see him do? So Natalya at this time is now wearing the Neidhart jacket. And she defeats Ruby Riott with a Brett's rope. Yes, the second rope powerbomb. And I went, that's brilliant booking. One, if you want to get a woman through a table and you're another woman, it's difficult to do. It's just mass. It's mass and power to break the table. That's why you'll see spots where it's like, okay, you're going to be on the apron, not from the apron through a table. Where with a guy, you can do, like, I'm going to do a splash off the top rope and break the table, no problem. Unless it's CZW or New Japan. But second rope powerbomb, great, loved it, fantastic. Brett's rope powerbomb in a Neidhart jacket. Natalya wins, cool. Liked it, thought it was good. The Orton Mysterio chairs match. Didn't care as much about this match, primarily because it just seems weird. Chair matches are always hard to get set up. Probably because all of a sudden someone randomly uses a chair for a couple of matches. Like, oh, we're going to chair match. And again, you've got someone who's a high flyer. It's like, okay, well, your usage of chairs is kind of limited. It's going to be diving moves or head scissors into chairs. Orton, not a powerbomb guy. Good superplex. I don't picture him suplex someone through chairs. Also does a cutter. I don't picture a really good cutter through a bunch of chairs. It makes, really, really stand out. I did like Mysterio does his like slide through the bottom rope splash, but he did it with the chair, like a boogie board. I liked that. I'm like, that's good. That's just the right amount of chair usage. Finish was weird. Orton set up a bunch of chairs. Like he was going to RKO right through a bunch of chairs. Drop toe hold, which then got Randy to sit in a chair. Hurricane Rana roll up? I was like, oh. Randy sat in a chair and took a Hurricane Rana roll. Okay. Ray got the win. Felt like an odd match, but okay, face one. I'm fine with that. Okay. Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor. Oh, great match. Oh, this really shows that, on Raw, they've got a lot of workhorses. A lot of workhorses. I would put a lot more of the show around what those guys can do in the ring. Because we've got enough of them to make it work. I think it's Emerald Fusion. Seeing that, off any of the ropes is just devastating to watch. Finn had a chest beat red. You can tell these two guys were laying into each other. Just fantastic. Oh, really vicious. The amount of trash talking that we're seeing Drew McIntyre do, it really hits that when Kevin Owens was a prize fighter level, because he's loud enough that you can hear him perfectly. You got Finn going for the ropes. McIntyre's able to change the moves. Like, oh, you were so close. You were so close. I'm like, damn it, we need that. We need more of that psychology where I'm going to beat you physically and I'm going to assault you verbally throughout the whole match. Loved it. You get Drew on the outside of the ring. Again, just batters Finn Balor. Eats a super kick. That's Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler, I don't think he's quite face. I think he's just paying back Finn Balor for Balor helping him out. And he's also trying to stick it to Drew McIntyre. Drew decides he's going to roll in the ring with a chair. Eats the running drop kick with a chair to the chest. He dropped onto the chair. Referee was kind of like, oh, no. We're not doing a coup de grace with you on a chair. No. Slides the chair out of the way. Coup de grace. 1, 2, 3. Good. Really, really good. Really, really good. Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax. Nia Jax is looking incredibly slow in the ring. And you can tell that she's sucking wind really quickly. It's like, okay. She's looking really rough now. So drinking hashtag facebreaker over. Ronda works well from underneath, especially against a much larger opponent. Ronda has some fantastic looking strikes. Her run-up knee looks really good. You can tell it needs an opponent that's bigger. So when she runs up and does the move, it's a lot more impactful. Because she can't do that to Alexa Bliss. It's just a running knee strike because she's too small. Her follow-up with the climb up and open palm strike, where it looks like she's 6 feet, like her knees are 6 feet in the air. She slams her in the face. It looks good. Really great striking. And I liked a lot of the transitions into trying to get her different holds, trying to get her to tap. I thought that was good. Having Tamina run some interference, again, worked well. Again, I wish they would have made Nia look less like a beast, but I don't think they wanted to devalue her too much. Had them try to go for the big, this is the important thing that I have. My weapon of mass destruction, my face breaker. The punch that changed the course of history Ronda blocks it. And then Nia's like, "Give my arm back." And Ronda's like, "No. No. I will give you your arm back in a cast." Takes her down. Looks at Tamina. Adjusts for her. Looks back at Tamina. Kisses the fist. And now I break you. Right into it. Looks fantastic. I'm still surprised that we don't see... Because once she has it pretty much locked in, before she drops, what is going through your mind if you're the wrestler taking this move? Oh, you know what? I'm going to be able to get out of this Olympic level arm bar. No, I'm not. Once I know that I'm not countering this, I would tap before she gets it in. And then Ronda's like, "You tap out?" Yep. Yep, you are not breaking my arm. I had an option. I could try to fight out of it, or I could live to fight another day. And have both working hands. I would tap. If you tap early, one, wicked heat from the crowd, because they didn't get to see you actually take the move and tap. It also tells how dangerous that move is, and you're like, no. I'd rather lose the match than be in this move. But it was good, it was impactful. It led to a backstage segment which really featured into the main event, which I'm glad was the TLC match between the 3 top women on SmackDown. Now we go into another bizarre set of booking. Earlier in the night they did both tag matches back to back, which I thought was weird. I thought you would have wanted to space those out a little bit. But now we go into 2 back-to-back matches that are title matches for the top, well, yeah, I guess for the top belts of those brands, where you have a babyface who's highly athletic but incredibly emotional. When they get emotional, they make mistakes. Taking on cerebral, relatively newly christened heels, who are pushing the buttons to make their babyface become unhinged and make mistakes. Ironically, if you combined their 2 characters, like if I were on a gas mask and was like, "Why don't you compost? There's a Tetra Pak. Do you know if your local recycling can handle something like this? You people, with all of these diseases." That'd be like the ultimate villain in the E right now. So we get Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles. I love how you hear their commentators go, "Oh, well, this isn't the old Daniel Bryan." And he's kicking someone in the head, being like, "I've got till 5. He does it at 4. He does the 5 hand. I'm like, that's the old Daniel Bryan. He was just Bryan Danielson at the time. It was American Dragon style, where it's like, oh, he's holding on the ropes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got till 5, ref. I've got till 5. And it was beautiful. Oh, okay. You made the ropes. I got you in submission. 1, 2, 3, 4. I broke before 5. Broke before 5. But great back and forth. Oh, this is that high work rate match that you want to see between 2 of easily the best wrestlers in the world. Oh, they threw out so many moves and beautiful counters. I loved seeing the calf crusher. AJ Styles' occasion just yanking back on, really working the hold. And then you see as he does like the lean forward because he's going to wrench back again. Daniel Bryan uses that momentum to roll him into the ropes. I'm like, that's just smart wrestling. Highly cerebral. Thought it was fantastic. I'm like, this is great. This is an amazing match. And how does Daniel Bryan retain? Small package reversal. Not the running knee strike, not a big tap out, reversing a small package. Outthinking his opponent, being a step ahead, which the counters did a good job getting over. Beautiful. Beautiful. It gets over Daniel Bryan's being a person he wasn't physically better than AJ Styles. just a little bit smarter. He got AJ off his game, which is what Samoa Joe tried to do for several months. Oh, if I can get AJ just to be emotional, be off his game, I'll make a mistake and I'll beat him. Daniel Bryan did it. Brilliant. And then we go on to exact same setup sort of book match, where it's Rollins the champion taking on Dean Ambrose. The Raw commentary was kind of off in this, because Corey Graves mentioned how Seth Rollins just fell off today. And then you hear Michael Cole go, oh yeah, and Seth Rollins has been off today too. It just felt like they just got off a little bit. And then Corey Graves and Renee going a little bit too much back and forth, where you could tell someone probably went, all right, this is pull away from the match, back it up a little bit. Then I was like, oh yeah, you put the title on the mantle next to your Christmas tree. And then he goes, with cactus. That's hipster. That should be their level of talking about it. It should be a little bit, but it seemed to talk about Renee and Ambrose a little bit too much. It just felt odd. And some of the times their commentary just was off a little bit. Again, you got Rollins over emotional. I liked the working of the knee. Loved the callback to the sunset flip, going for the puckle bomb. Him playing the knee and going down. Brilliant. Really good. They used a lot of good callbacks. Especially the buckle bomb to the outside, which is what actually took out Finn Balor. Thought it was great, especially when, here's the ending of it. Rollins has got Ambrose beat down to rights. Looks at him and goes, you think this is how I wanted this to happen? I never wanted to do this. I'm paraphrasing. Goes for the stomp. Ambrose stands up, kick, dirty deeds, 1, 2, 3, new IC champion. Got the babyface to be emotional, beat him. Good. Really solid. Now, triple threat TLC ladder match. Becky Lynch comes in, crowd's going nuts. Puts the title up, and here we go. They broke tables, they broke chairs. I really thought that Charlotte got severely injured. They did a spot where Asuka and Charlotte are on the table. Becky Lynch goes to the top to do her leg drop. Asuka goes out of the way. Charlotte takes it, but it's like a butt to the chest, like a chest rib area, and you see so much. And she's like, "Oh, I'm not hitting you with my legs." Boot to like chest area, and there's a little hop, and the table doesn't quite break the way they want it to, because it should be like, not beep, and the fact they have to bleep Charlotte screaming afterwards. At the first table spot, though. As Charlotte is lighting up Becky Lynch later on in the match, and those chops sounded vicious. Gets her on the table, looks her in the face. The man always bows down to the queen. Charlotte goes to the top rope. It's a not that bad looking senton to put Becky to the table. Asuka thinks she's got it. We get that lovely dueling ladder spot where you've got Asuka and Charlotte on one ladder. Becky Lynch climbed another ladder, but she's just off, so she won't get to the title anyways. Asuka goes down. Now Charlotte and Becky are fighting on the ladder that's not underneath the title. Still trying to reach for it, but it's at the point like you obviously couldn't get the title. Ronda Rousey comes down. Pushes the ladder. They both fall off. Asuka is like, title's mine. Climbs up, has to fix her top a little bit. Goes to the top, gets the title, and I was like, ooh. One, it incredibly protects both Becky and Charlotte. Two, you're going into a Royal Rumble match where those two are going to go, who wants to face Asuka? No. What? I am going into the Rumble match. I am winning that match, and I am going to destroy Ronda Rousey. Your two top women on SmackDown are now laser focused, one, on destroying each other for the right to destroy Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. Yes, please. Yes, please, and thank you. At this point in time, with Roman being out, and the SmackDown World Championship will never main event WrestleMania, and Lesnar is probably going to take on Rollins, who's the only person left, unless they can hotshot Balor, and then we see Demon versus the Beast, which I think is Mania worthy. This is probably the biggest confluence of time when Ronda Rousey can main event WrestleMania against either Charlotte or Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch doesn't need the title to still be the main. She can very easily say, I beat down Ronda Rousey, and to get back at me, she stripped me of my title. That's okay. I'm taking her title and the arm that holds it up. Done. Done. And Elijah go, okay, who's Rousey going to face? Doesn't matter, she can face anybody. You can have Ronda Rousey can take on Bayley, she can take on Sasha Banks, doesn't matter who she takes on at Raw. For the Raw side of Royal Rumble, doesn't matter. Asuka, now all of a sudden, if you have Lynch and Charlotte going into the Royal Rumble because they want to be able to destroy Ronda Rousey, it opens up whoever they want to challenge her. We can see Asuka and Naomi. Why not? It allows me any other woman on the SmackDown side to go, okay, you know what? You want a shot? Here. Here's your opportunity. Prove you're number one contender. Take on Asuka. Royal Rumble. Bear in mind, if you fight Asuka, you can't be in the Rumble match. Perfect. Done. And you know what? That's going to be really good. It really makes the women's side of the card super, super easy. Incredibly easy. You're done from now to Royal Rumble. You just got to figure what you want to do, and I think they've got a Chamber and Fastlane between Rumble and Mania to fill in some other spots. The women's division looks amazing right now. You've got two of your top women on SmackDown are going to be gunning for that top belt on Raw. Fantastic way to end the year.